offers you a wide range of car accessories, auto parts, tools, and car-related gift ideas. Find everything you need here at Blade Auto Center. You're tuned in to Blade Radio. Blade Radio. Here at Blade Auto Center, we always put our customers first. We know our parts and products, and we've got the best merchandise at the right price. This is Blade Radio. Blade Radio.
Hey there guys, Saber here. Welcome back to Blade Radio. Here we're always pushing the pedal when it comes to bringing you the best mix of driving music and high quality, value for money car products and services.
You got Edge right here too, and you are absolutely right, Saber. It's all here under one roof. And what's more, our friendly and attentive staff is always on hand to give you expert advice on the latest car products available.
Of course, Blade offers top industry brands like Sparco, 3M, Dub, Meguiar's, Pioneer, Mothers, Garment, and many more, all of course at a very reasonable price.
We hope you enjoy your visit here at Blade Auto Center. Meanwhile, let's get right back to the music. Keep it here and always remember, if it's Blade, it's better.
Hey, what's up, Blader? Naman, in other words, champion on the racetracks and on the water. Okay, so before I introduce him, basta just stay tuned, Bladers. No, another thing pala, medyo neighbor ko rin siya sa Subic. Ayan. So, we'll get to know more about him. So, if you're new to this channel, my name is Love, and this is Blade Moto. Please like, subscribe, and follow Blade Auto Center on YouTube, Facebook, Lazada, and Shopee. Just look for the keyword Blade Auto Center. All right. And so, without further ado, let's begin with Blade Moto.
Blade Radio Live would like to thank the following sponsors. Dub Project, Hero Motorcycle Accessories, Micromagic Premium Car Care, Sparco Racing Accessories, Pioneer, Transcend, Bosch, Pertua, Type S. If you like the programs at Blade Radio, please support our sponsors. And now, let's get back to our regular program.
Thank you very much, sponsors of Blade. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our social media channels. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Shopee, and Lazada. The keyword is Blade Auto Center. And of course, Blade would always try their best to make your shopping hassle-free and cashless or cash on delivery. And how's that? Just simply download the GrabMart app. Yes, Blade is in GrabMart. All right. So you can see on our screen the 4 easy steps after you download the GrabMart, And there you go. So if you want to order anything, you can find it all items of Blade there at GrabMart. And not only in GrabMart, Blade is also available at Zing app by Ayala Malls. It's the same thing. Just simply download the Zing app and follow the 4 easy steps that you can see on screen. All right? It's just the same actually. GrabMart and Zing app. You just look for Blade. Everything's there. The stuffies that you need, including the different models, different sizes, and the prices as well. All right. So again, please like, share, and subscribe to our social media channel. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Shopee, and Lazada. The keyword is Blade Auto Center. And, nga pala, Blade Auto Center also has stuffies for your pets. But it's actually in a different website. And as you can see on the screen right now, that is petshop.ph. Yes, petshop.ph is also by Blade Auto Center. So there's the official website. And if anything for your pets, it's almost all there. And I have a few items that came from petshop.ph. Okay, so one of the few items I can show you right now is this one. Yes, petshop.ph has pedigree, soft food for dogs, right? This is for the puppy. It says home style. I'm curious, how does it taste? But anyway, yeah, here you go. This is available at petshop.ph. Wet food for puppies. And this one also, it comes in small packages. Another kind of wet food but this one is for dogs, not just for puppies, but for adults as well. This is available at petshop.ph. And not just for dogs, they have also wet food for cats. So one of the items that one of the cat foods available at petshop.ph is this one, the Whiskas. This is the junior wet type of cat food. Okay. They also have actually the dog food and the cat food, the pellet type. So like I said, just check out the website of petshop.ph and you will find the things and the food that your pet needs. They come in different flavors, different sizes, different variants, and of course all the prices are there as well. And not just food. May food pa pala. I missed it. Of all things, ang laki-laki, hindi ko pa nakita. This one. This is this is the dog food for senior dogs. Okay, this is they also have not just for puppies, not just for adult dogs, but even for your senior dogs. And and this one's actually for senior dogs with allergy issues. Ayan. See, petshop.ph has it. So check out the website so you can see more varieties for your dogs. And then, aside from food, one of the things I like smelling. So we have our dog shampoo. Yep, lalo na to. One of my favorite scents. This is the eucalyptus with vitamin E. And at the same time, petshop.ph also has cat shampoo. Di ba? Okay, so petshop.ph actually has dog and cat shampoo, which are hypoallergenic. So they're very safe for the sensitive skins of your cats and dogs. So please check out petshop.ph for your pet needs. So like I said earlier, everything's almost there. Different variants and the prices also. And of course, petshop.ph is also on Shopee and Lazada. Pero, yun nga, since we are still in the pandemic mode here in the country, and some places here in the Philippines are still on lockdown and malls are not yet open. So, yeah, like I said, just you can shop online, which is at the official website, www.petshop.ph, and Shopee and Lazada. Pero, for when time comes na pwede na tayo mag-malling, no? You can actually buy products of petshop.ph at 4 Clipper branches. So one is in Festival Mall, Alabang, Harbor Point, Subic Bay, Marquee Mall, Angeles City in Pampanga, and Feliz Mall, Marikina City. Pero as of now, online shopping muna tayo. Alright. So there, we shall pause for a commercial break and we'll be back. So please stay tuned, Bladers. So welcome back, Bladers, and now is the moment we were waiting for. Kanina, I said earlier, no, my guest for today is a neighbor of mine in Subic, and at the same time, isang motorsport champion rin tong guy na to. I would consider him as the Superman of superbike races and the Aquaman of jet ski races. All right, so welcome aboard, BJ Ang of Networkx Jet Sports. Ayan, ang aking
Afternoon, Miss
kapitbahay
Lam.
sa SBMA. Hi, BJ. Of all
Good
places to
morning,
see you, no?
madam.
Talagang it's parang hindi tayo nagkikita sa Subic, and of all places dito pa tayo magkikita online.
Because of the pandemic, ganun talaga for now.
I know, right? All right, so Bladers, that is BJ Ang of Networkx Jet Sports. Like I said,
Good morning,
Superman. Superman yan ng superbike races and Aquaman ng jet ski races. Pero before that, syempre, we'd like to know more about BJ, no? Because I think originally BJ is originally a water guy, no? Correct me if I'm wrong, BJ.
Yes.
You are a jet ski racer.
Yes, I've been riding jet skis.
In your so buong puso mo. Yeah. Please tell us mo. Kwento ka nga muna. Bakit nga ba from jet ski suddenly you got interested with motorcycles?
Okay. I first started jet skiing when I was 10 years old, around 1994. And then I got into the racing scene actually by accident. 1997 pa. Our jet ski broke, and then I met a friend by the name of Dong Arcilia who repaired our jet ski. Then I saw his jet ski. Oh, so you're a racer? And then my dad told me, ask Dong if you could join. And then that's how it started. So I joined racing 1997, and then 2000. My dad and Dong became partners in the business and named Networkx Jet Sports. So this is the product of Networkx already. As we sell jet skis, we do water sports rentals here in Subic. We do repairs and parts and accessories, anything about jet ski and jet boats and ATVs. So that's how the business started. And then I do racing international, and my first international stint was year 2000. I was in third year high school back then. I was selected to be part of the Philippine team to represent the country in the Thailand Kings Cup. Back then, it was more of like an Asian Cup. And then I was qualified to represent the country the following year in the World Championships. And that was one of the feats one of the first in history ng Philippine jet ski racing was me and Paul Del Rosario back then, my teammate, and my kumpare, my brother right now. And the three of us, including Waki Del Rosario, four actually, sorry, we all made it to the finals in the World Championship. Because originally, it will start off as qualifying, and there's the last chance qualifier. And then you go to the semifinals, and then we got the finals. So
Okay.
that was something, that was an achievement for Philippine jet ski team back
Mm-hmm.
then. That was us, kami nila Paul and then Carlo
Mm-hmm.
and then Waki.
Yeah.
And moving forward, was able to do a lot more of jet ski racing with my basically more than half of my life, since jet ski became my life and my passion.
Yep.
And I can say I'm the most I'm the rider with the most international exposures, because I can say I have raced in like 8 different countries outside the
All
Philippines,
right. That's nice.
which for me is a very good experience and training
Mm-hmm.
for for exposure, for knowledge and learning, which it really paid off. Being out and exposed, it gave me the confidence and the knowledge and the skills on this sport that I do. And
Mm-hmm.
I was able to represent the country in the Southeast Asian Games already, which is like the number three
Yeah.
from the Olympics. Number one
Yeah.
is the Olympics,
Yes.
second is the Asian Games, and third is the SEA Games,
Asian
Southeast
Games.
Asian Games.
South. Yeah.
We were able to represent in the Southeast Asian Games already way back in 2014, and
Mm-hmm.
Asian Games way back in 2018 naman.
Yeah.
So I can say I'm happy with whatever I accomplished and reached on my career about jet ski racing. I'm sure there'll be a lot of bladers out there who'll be surprised. Oh, may karera pala ng jet ski, and they probably
Yes.
may a lot of people wouldn't know that. Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
say yes, jet ski is like a relaxing sport. Parang bakasyon lang, relax tayo sa beach tayo, enjoy tayo. Pero
Correct.
meron din palang sport na uy, may karera pala sila, and it's like a
Mm-hmm.
motocross. Actually, jet skiing is considered one of the cross training for motocross riders.
Yeah.
And even for some F1 riders, Juan Pablo Montoya, he rides jet ski because you can get a good G force when turning hard on a jet ski,
Right.
just like on a motocross,
Yeah.
so 2015 I got into super bikes because of my very good friend and my coach John Defensor.
Yep.
He was the one who convinced me, not actually convinced, he gave me the confidence. Try it out. The bikes right now are very, very safe. They're very well, and most of them are very good in electronics. Back then, the
Yeah.
Panigale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, if I can say, dude, John, I'm a bike idiot. I haven't ridden a 1000cc bikes.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
no, don't worry about it. I've rode scooters all my life. I rode bikes like, as I said, I had a Duke 200 before, and I have a
Yeah.
scooter. Um, Sabi niya, don't worry, let's just try it. So the first time I hopped on that 1 liter bike, the Panigale 1199, my
Mm.
legs were shaking on the rumbling sound of the engine.
Right.
That was 2015. I stopped jet ski racing 2014. So after this last feat, I gave it all. I went to the World Championship. After the Asian Games, I went to the Thailand World Cup na siya ngayon, no? The Thailand Kings Cup became the World Cup already.
Yes.
So
Uh-uh.
nagawa ko lahat na 'yon. So sabi
Mm-hmm.
ko, okay, pahinga muna tayo. I want to try a different sport. So why I chose superbikes? Superbikes is basically requiring a lot of skills as a rider. I can say
Yeah.
it doesn't mean you
Mm-hmm.
have one of the fastest. Maybe you'll be given a MotoGP bike by Valentino Rossi, but I'm sure you'll not be able to
Right.
perform it here in the racetrack right now with the same lap times what you're doing. Oh, it's all about skills.
Yeah.
Um, and also one thing that I like about superbikes in the circuit and the track is I can do the banking, lean. Of course,
Yeah.
everyone's sensation is the knee drag, and
Yeah.
then the leaning motion, and then trying to. The challenge is to lower the lap time and enjoy it, and of course the speed. I love speed. Going on straight, heading to the first turn of CIS, Clark International Speedway, you'll be hitting
Yes.
around 295 kilometers, which
More
is
or less. Yeah. On the
I'm
stretch.
more in a controlled pace rather than doing it on a highway in SCTEX na 200 or 300. Parang it's unsafe. I'd rather do it
True.
on a circuit rather than on a street. So
But
yeah,
which
that's how
would
I
you
got into bikes.
consider, BJ? Which would you consider a safer sports? Is it super bike racing or jet ski racing?
I can say in every sport that we do, as long as there is danger. Both of them have danger. They have pros and cons. In jet skis, when you get ejected, you just smile it out because I'm in the water, floating in the water. Okay lang on the life
Yeah,
vest.
that's right.
It can be a little bit dangerous too because what if somebody is running behind you on a race, which normally happens, and
Mhm.
accidentally hit on you, which
Yeah.
can happen. On the superbike, it does happen also. Diba?
Mhm.
On a race, somebody's trailing you and unintentionally can run over you or get a low
That's
side
right.
and hit someone on the leg.
That's right.
Even motocross on dirt bike, diba? Sometimes you get ejected, you fall off a jump, and then somebody
Mhm.
lands on you. um I can say on a super bike, when you get ejected, there's a big chance you get an injury like a collarbone injury. No, I can say still less minimal. I mean, a little bit more safer on. For me, I've tried
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
motocross,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
tried superbike.
Mm-mm.
I can say still the jet ski is a little bit more safer, a little,
And softer to
little bit.
land on.
Softer to land, of course. No
Diba?
tocino. The typical
Yeah,
on a rider's term on a motocross, diba? Once you crash, oh,
yeah,
nagka-tocino ka, means you scrape your skin and the sugat, that thing.
yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
and
say the jet
bladers.
ski still.
For your information on bladers, because in superbike racing we use a leather race suit. It will protect us from tocinos, but it's a case to case basis and depending on the impact and depending on the fall na pwedeng mapunit, 'di ba? So as what BJ was saying, yung tocino, yeah, um if you fall, chances are you can get what we call the tocino or what's
Tocino.
it? Ano ba sa English? Yeah, red, wounded, scratch, whatever you call it. However, with the
Yes.
jet ski, you fall in water. Soft landing. Mahapdi rin eh,
Smile
actually,
it
when
out.
you fall. Di ba?
Mahapdi rin. At high speed, the water will be like concrete also, especially running around
Mm-mm.
100 kilometers already. It's hard
Yeah.
already. Should fall off in a nice way also rin naman.
Mm-mm. However, BJ, no, kasi there are some people na who claim like, oh, riding a motorcycle and riding a jet ski are almost the same. Although I think on jet ski it's more best described na you're driving a maxi scooter. Kasi
Yes, actually, yes.
yeah, kasi I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think jet skis are all automatic.
Yes, they don't have any. It's like a scooter, literally like what you've said, and I completely agree with that. It's like riding a maxi scooter. You only hit on the gas, and no gears, no first gear, no second gear, no transmission. Um, on another note, jet skis doesn't have any brakes.
Oh, really? Ah, yeah, sa bagay. I
Yes,
mean, what's there? But
here
yeah, okay. Sige,
I'll show
educate
you.
us.
So this
Sige, yan,
this is
yan,
my
yan, yan.
ski.
All right.
I'll just
Well,
hop
there
on
you
this
go,
one.
Bladers. No? BJ showing us what a jet ski looks like up close. Yan.
So
So,
here's the throttle. This is a
yep.
throttle, full throttle, and full deceleration. On the left side, typically we don't have any brakes, but the newer models now they have this electronic reverse system, which they
Okay.
use right now to act as a brake. This was introduced 2012
Mm-hmm.
by Sea-Doo. Then
Okay.
Yamaha adapted to this one also, and sooner or later Kawasaki adapted to it also. I cannot really say it's a real brake. That's a brake like like in the scooter. When you hit on it, it really stops.
All
It
right.
will
Yeah.
lessen. It will. Kasi on a jet ski, hypothetically, when on a jet ski, when you go full throttle and you decelerate, that's how you brake it. But you will
Okay.
still glide a
Yeah.
certain distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the new electronic reverse system that we do, which acts like their brakes, you can do it. You can go full
Mm-hmm.
throttle, and then all of a sudden hit the electronic reverse. It will slow you down a lot, and the drag, the glide,
Uh-huh.
will be lessened by more than 60%.
When you say reverse, BJ, kasi okay, when you're riding on a jet ski, is that the same term as you can make atras the jet ski.
Yes.
Yeah,
So the longer you
really.
press it, it depends. Yamaha style, the longer you
Uh-huh.
press it, it will the RPMs will go up, and you will move back, even
Okay.
tilt the handlebar left to right, so you can
Uh-huh.
move backward on a very controllable slow speed.
Okay.
Seed, on the other hand, um, as a different style, but it's the same thing. Also, you use the left throttle already
Mm-hmm.
to reverse or to neutral, and to act as like brake. So these are the features of the new model jet skis, but most of them are in the mid and high model only.
And at least it will make it easier already for the jet ski rider to, instead of like how do you call this, like what if he's already, let's say, in the dulo, and he, instead of how like if you want to make a thrust like the old jet ski, diba? Like you have to what, paddle or
Yeah,
something, not like now you
before
can.
it's easier. Before, I don't know if you have a ski here that has that mechanical reverse system. A mechanical reverse system is using a cable. It uses
Okay.
a cable, a reverse cable, and then the bucket of the jet ski for the reverse. So, explaining it further,
Mm-hmm.
so for a jet ski to go reverse, go backwards, is this specific bucket.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes down like this. So it reverses
Ah,
the thrust. It
okay.
reverses the thrust.
Okay,
So
okay.
giving some information and details about a jet ski to our bladers watching us. Jet ski is using a jet propulsion system. So there's
Mm-hmm.
the thrust from the jet nozzle is the one that makes the jet ski move forward. No,
All right. Mm-hmm.
so that makes the jet ski move forward, and then so paano siya magre-reverse? That's yun na. Next question ng tao.
Yeah, yeah.
Since the jet ski doesn't have any transmission, hindi aatras yung engine. Like, okay, let's say sabihin lang, so yung ikot ng crankshaft mo, clockwise lang. So kung magre-reverse
Oo.
ka, ikot siya ng clockwise. No, it's not the case. What the thing is, on the jet skis, they have this bucket, you call it a reverse bucket. So, yung thrust ng water, ng jet pump, ipapa-circulate niya pababa para itulak pa
Mm-hmm.
niya paatras si jet ski pa
Okay,
ganon.
yeah. All right.
So that's how it works and acts like a brake also. So the good thing about doing the reverse is number one, when you're approaching to marinas or to a boat, let's say you want to go to near to a boat, you're
Mm-hmm.
very much controllable kasi uy malapit na ako dun, tamaan ko
Yeah.
ng gilid ng boat ng kaibigan ko, so you can
Yeah.
just pull the reverse and then slow down yourself and
Mm-hmm.
dahan-dahan.
Okay.
Especially also going to marinas, and as we've mentioned to me earlier, madam, how is it pag may pupunta na parang may dulo na and then tatamaan mo yung
Yeah.
rock, you can hit on the reverse also, and
Okay.
then to go backwards naman and slow you down.
Okay. How about situations naman, BJ, na pag tumirik ang jet ski? Because of course, sa atin, with motorcycles, pag tumirik, we can always go down and push it to a safer
Yes.
place. But with jet skis, paano yun? Like, kung tumirik
Okay,
ka somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
yon. So
Yun.
it's a golden rule. It's a golden rule when it comes to anything marine, or mga boatings, mga boaters or jet skis. It's a golden rule. You have to go in buddies. So at
Okay.
least you have a buddy with you who can somehow tow you back, and
Yeah.
just in case for distress. Number one, common problem. The common problem about matire on the water is battery connection. So the first thing that
Okay.
I would do, I would go and dig inside the engine and check on the battery there if it's properly connected or it's loose. Most of the cases, battery lang yan.
Terminal.
Pag mechanical, yes, terminal. Pag medyo mechanical na yan, importante na call a friend. Kasi si call a friend, magre-rescue na siya, may dalang tali, atake ka na pabalik. So,
Okay.
it's a golden rule. Being in water, I keep on telling people, in the water, walang tow truck yan.
Walang trailer.
mangkitan, pwede kang tumabi, walang trailer na pwede kang ano lang doon. Especially if they want to go open sea. So you have to go by buddies. You have to go. I always recommend and suggest you always go by buddies. If you want to ride alone by yourself, please ride here in the nearest shore lang where your area is, where you are visible and
Yeah.
easily can be rescued by your friends in the shore.
Yeah.
Kasi number one, here's the thing. Not just mechanical problems ang pwede mangyari on riding a jet ski. Pwede mangyari, you get ejected. Sobrang nag-enjoy ka na ng ganyan.
What?
And then,
Yeah. What do you mean by ejected?
you get ejected off the jet ski. Let's say you're enjoying so much and then you hit a wave, parang, you got ejected on the ski, so you're floating in the water na.
Okay.
So the jet ski is on its own. Yung nalaglag sa jet ski, mga ganyan. So, or you want to do something, I want to be like this pro racer, ganyan. I want to do the sharp turns, and all of a sudden, nag-360 yung ski, nag-slip, ejected ka, high side ka ngayon.
Right.
So, how will they rescue you? Lalanguyin ka nila, or yun ang I recommend if you're alone riding, enjoying your jet ski, do it in a safe area na nasa shoreline, nakikita ka ng tao just in case of emergency. If you want to go the distance, go further, I suggest dapat meron kang buddy na even naman sa motor when we do rides, diba? It's most suggested we go on buddies para kasi hindi naman lahat ng kalsada, hindi lahat ng highway may tao. May mga highway na like Esitex, diba?
Yeah.
Wala ka namang hihintuan sa Esitex. So,
Exactly.
Gano'ng tagal pa darating si STX Patrol if you get a flat tire.
Correct.
Or yun nga, all of a sudden. And in bikes, it does happen also, having a loose connection in a battery. Right? I personally had experience with that. So, yun, I think that's my suggestion about jet skis.
It's just so funny now. My head is like thinking na a person getting ejected from the jet ski and the jet ski parang is leaving the person behind.
Yes, it does happen. And then on the jet ski naman, we have a kill switch. So we have the key, which we call it a lanyard. We put it in our wrist. Hanap ako dito kung meron. So for you to start a ski, you have to have that lanyard and put it in. You have to insert it here.
Yeah.
You have to insert the key here.
Okay.
Kita nyo ba? You have to insert it here. Wala lang susi dito. So, it kill switch actually. So, once it gets put up.
So it's what we call emergency stop. Is that how it
yes,
could be
emergency
called?
stop siya. And it's a safety feature. Actually, in boats, meron din sila ganyan sa mga boats, mga outboard boats, mga speed boats. They use the lanyard kill switch to be able to start the ski. It's like an ignition key to anything marine. So I'm getting a lanyard here actually. So I want to show our bladers out there. So here's a Yamaha lanyard.
Okay.
We call it a key. And then for us to put it here, this is the key actually. You insert
it looks like a clamp for jump starting battery.
Yeah, yes, it looks like very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. It's a small thingy, but this is very important.
Yeah.
This is a float. This one has a floater by Yamaha, and then you have to insert it in this slot here.
Okay.
And then you can start the engine already. So,
all right.
It's running.
Okay.
And then sometimes if they're not running, you kill the lanyard. You pull the lanyard. Then it kills
see, it's a safety stop. That's interesting.
Sure.
So that's nice. And this is only with the newer models na lang, no?
I think actually ever since the lanyard is ever since. Yeah. Even on outboards, they have this one. So hindi maiwasan minsan na a boater is riding his boat or a fishing boat, then got ejected off. Yung mga even mga small engines, may ganun sila. They have this, some call it a tether or a lanyard. Technical.
What is an outboard? You said earlier outboard. Kasi
Outboard
parang first thing in my head is surfboard. So what is an outboard?
An outboard is yung typical na akala nila may propeller sa labas na
Oh.
yung may mga propeller sa labas ng mga motor on behind behind the boat. So that's what you call the mga outboard engines.
So BJ, no?
Nalalang ko dito eh.
So yeah. So BJ, would you actually say, kasi may mga iba, whether nagmamarunong or what, parang ang kwento-kwentuhan there is, the engine daw of a jet ski is the same daw like a motorcycle engine. How true?
I can say it's really identical when it comes to the cylinder block,
Okay.
cylinder head, of course. No, it will matter. It will vary on the transmission.
Okay.
Because jet skis doesn't have transmission. They are coupled. They're coupled to a coupler and a drive. On a mechanical term, jet skis are so-called direct drive, meaning kung ano yung crankshaft mo, and then yung dulo ng crankshaft may coupler doon, and then there's a drive shaft which connects you to the impeller, and that's what gives you the thrust forward na. Whereas on regular with the transmission, like yun nga, may sa motor, may siya mga cambio, may gearbox na siya, may may mga reduction gears na siya, and then you have different gears. Yun yung pinagkaiba on a motorcycle. Secondly is the radiator.
Okay.
Example here. Here.
So jet skis do have
this-
radiator also, Because-
they don't have radiator.
They don't.
What what we use is the water that is being sucked in the jet pump. So yun yung nagpapakalamig ng engine, yung pinaka-cooling system niya. So just like here in a bike, no, it has a radiator here.
Yeah.
No, yun ang pinagkaiba lang nila. I can see better here.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
you can see
Yes.
better here, having the radiator here on the engine. Whereas on the jet ski, we don't have anything like this. Sea-Doo did this one by having a plate in the bottom. So this plate, we call this a ride plate. So this plate in the bottom, ginawa ni Sea-Doo yan na parang radiator. But the typical, so merong cooling system siya dito, dumadaan yung tubig dyan before. But there's a lot of cons about that style. So most of the riders, they convert it back to the conventional jet skis na kung ano yung hinihigop ng water nung jet pump natin, that is the one that goes inside the engine.
Okay.
Number one, it's more efficient pa rin when it comes to cooling. And yun nga. And minsan hindi maiwasan, you run the jet ski in a very shallow area, you hit this part, basag na siya, and then all of a sudden, all your coolant leaks. Wala na.
Wala na, that's it. I thought earlier when you showed me the plate under the jet ski before that, I thought, kasi di ba even motorcycles, we do have those like metal plates under para hindi sumayad. So I said, when you showed me the plate kanina of the jet ski, I said, ano yan? Saan sasayad yun?
Yeah, well, it does. Like, look at this. It has a stretch now. It does.
Yeah,
it helps.
where would you get those?
Some parts.
Well, no, where do you usually get those cracks or sayads? You're in water naman.
That's a good question. Hindi ko rin alam paano sagutin right now. Kasi marami pwede panggalingan. I mean, baka mamaya yung gumamit na ito, nilagay nila sa mababaw na area, it scratch or rock, or maybe I think this is while it's running, I guess. So, it's a good question. Hindi ko alam paano sagutin kasi it's a different case. Hindi natin nakikita.
Hindi kaya from the shallow parts because of the rocks or something?
I believe so.
Pwede
so.
Rin, no?
It hits something. Yeah. So, yes, partly true. You're right, madam, no? That it's a protector to hit something. But nevertheless, yun na nga, it protects the whole jet pump system there.
Yeah.
So it protects it. Yeah, it's like a skid plate actually. And then this is actually a part which helps on the handling of the jet ski. This part is being modified by or being replaced on aftermarket brands to make the ride much better, lessen the jumps, mga ganon. And then it helps the direct the bow or the rise of the bow of the jet ski. So
Okay.
this is a lot of function actually.
And so far jet skis, BJ, no, they go for like usually what are the piston displacements of a typical jet ski?
Yan, maraming mga nagbo-motor na mga bladers natin magulat dito kasi they would expect mga motorcycle, let's take this one, 'di ba? I have a new toy here which is a KLX 150. This is a
Okay.
150cc engine only, 'di ba?
Yes.
So and then the big bikers, they would go, 'di ba, mga 1000cc, malakas na 'yon. And then
Yes.
meron na tayo mga 1300, like the 1500, like Hayabusa. And then BM has his 1800 also.
Yes.
Diba? Jet skis to start with, the base engine, the smallest engines, starts from 900cc already by the Sea-Doo.
Okay.
By the brand of Sea-Doo. And then Yamaha's entry level starts on a 1000cc engine.
Big pala.
So the big guns already, like the one that I have, they are 1800 engines already, and not just that, 1800cc engine, supercharged pa.
Supercharged. I thought
Yes.
kasi there are let's say jet skis for beginners or jet skis for children. Diba? Like
Yes.
like rider for motorcycle riders, they have the peewee bikes, the
Peewee,
small scooters, diba? So I thought even
Yes.
jet ski merong ganon.
Yeah, ito yun. This is the entry level ones, which is commonly being used for rental companies also. It's very hindi naman slow. No,
lang, yeah.
beginner friendly. Tama lang, it's good for you to learn. Hindi ka mabibigla. You accidentally hit the gas. Hindi ka naman magugulat. So, this is basically the entry levels, yung mga ganyan. Yung mga
And that's how many
1000cc.
1000cc
1000cc.
already. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So even what do you think? Even kids can actually drive it already?
Yes, actually, in other countries, they actually start on the stand-up jet ski for the kids, even as young as 7 to 10 years old. They ride na. They actually promote that race, no, yung sa mga kids talaga, kasi they're the future of the sport. And
Right,
then
that's right.
stand-up is okay lang. You learn to balance. Very physical compared to the sit-downs. Good starter kasi yun ang nila 1000cc lang to start with, and yun. This is with the 4-stroke engines. Way back before, when the jet ski engines were using 2-stroke engines, they started as small as 440cc way back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And
But
they went as
two-stroke,
big
yeah.
as 1300 2-stroke. So
1300
yun.
two-stroke? Ang lakas
Yes,
nun.
1300cc 2-stroke. Yes, it's really fast and really strong. Ang galing. And then just imagine how they evolved, 'di ba? Yung
I know, right?
dati, way before 1980s nagsimula yung mga jet skis na 440cc, naging 550, naging 650, naging 700,
Right.
nag-800, nag-900, 950 na, hanggang 1100 sila, hanggang 12, hanggang sa nag-13 na. Then the 13 got cut, they went to the engine already for more fuel efficiency, number one, more reliability, and then yun na nga, the pollution has become a factor, the emission on the 2-strokes against the 4-strokes. So dun nag-change ang technology.
Okay. But so nga, speaking of pollution, wouldn't the jet ski be considered as polluting the waters?
It has been the issue already before. Just like I said, there became a transition already from the 2-strokes, which is you're basically mixing the oil and the fuel and injecting it, the carburetor injecting it to the engine, and thus after the spark, the combustion chamber, the explosion of the fuel, it becomes the smoke. And of course, minsan sobrang dami ang oil na nalalagay nila, may sumusobra talaga na lumalabas pa sa exhaust.
Yes,
And then
that's right.
the 4-strokes, on the other hand, are different. The 4-strokes have an oil inside the engine, and it just circulates inside the engine to lubricate the parts, like the bearing, crankshaft specifically, the piston rings, and then it only detonates the fuel and air inside the combustion chamber. So it makes it more environment friendly, so to say, without having the oil spilling out in the water.
Yeah. BJ, one thing I'm curious pala. I've never actually. I have not seen the newer model jet skis now, or whatever models you have right now. But do they actually have gauges? Like
Yes, yes,
gauges?
yes. They do.
They have also like a fuel gauge, oil gauge, speedometer.
Yeah. Okay, let
They
me do
do.
some demo here, no?
Yeah. Kasi I
Wait,
was thinking,
nakakabit
sabi
yung
ko,
battery
uy,
niya.
what if mawalan ng gasoline yung jet ski rider? Yung mga ganun, di ba?
Yes, it's a good question. Here, to start with, so we'll attach the lanyard.
Yeah.
Dapat gumagana to. So it is a small gauge here na analog type na siya.
Okay, yeah.
Ayan.
There, yeah, I can see. There you go. Uy, full
So
tank.
this is the
F daw
fuel
eh.
gauge.
F daw.
Yeah, it means for sorry, the F means forward. This is the
Kala ko full
modern one
tank.
na having the electronics. Yeah, it has 3 bars of fuel right there.
Okay, so there
Hope
is.
you can
Okay,
see
good.
it. And then the more modern one, like the one that I'm using, the bigger ones, they have a TFT gauge already, which is
What
quite
is
neat.
that?
You know, this the touchscreen display,
Okay.
the TFT gauge, same as the big bikes, na fully colored na siya, fully functional. So,
Okay.
yan. So, yun na siya.
Yeah.
And then it's a touchscreen. So, yeah,
There you go. Yeah,
there you
I
go.
see it. Oo nga. Yeah, it
So,
looks like pang big bike na nga, no? Yeah.
the fuel fill is here. It says 67%. And yung touchscreen na siya.
You also have a
See,
temperature
it's been...
gauge, no? There, you
Yes,
guys
it
have a
does. So,
temperature gauge also.
yes. With the TFT gauge, you can touchscreen, and then this has a drive control. It's like a limit mode. So, kung wari beginner yung sasakay, medyo you can just simply turn it on. So,
Para ano
limited
lang,
na siya.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, part of it is settings. So, if
Uh-huh.
you want to go low, like 35 miles, 55 miles, or 45 miles, and acceleration of slow acceleration or normal acceleration, it's all
Yeah.
controllable there na. And then,
And the jet ski is using your typical kilometer per hour or miles per hour. Or
this
is it
one
using
is,
nautical? Di ba there's
yeah,
like the nautical,
nuts, by
yeah,
nuts. Most
yeah.
on the boaters, they use nuts. So in the jet
Mm-hmm.
skis, we use miles per hour here.
Yeah.
We can change it in the settings. So whatever the display, if you want to change it to kilometers, and oh yeah, in this one you
Okay.
could change the color pa.
Uy.
Sorry, change the color pa.
Cute.
Yeah, you can change
Galing ah,
color. So
touch screen, no?
touchscreen,
Galing, yeah.
yes, and then yeah, um, yeah, the units. Oh yeah, units there. So use either US or metric. So I can change it simply there. Yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
and then yeah, these are the new things of something new about the newer skis on on a Kawasaki here. I have one more here. Sana nakasaksak yung battery.
Okay.
Oh, here's a mechanical one. Speaking of the kanina, yung mga reverse.
Yeah, we were talking about the old school
older
type.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, the old school type. So yeah, we call it a reverse handle, and they use a cable to go backward.
There you go.
Ito na yung conventional before. So wala siyang throttle here on the left. Sorry, going back to the topic earlier. So ito na yung mechanical na reverse.
Okay.
And then you have to keep on gassing lang para you keep on
Para
gas para lang
umatras.
to go backward. Yes.
Yeah.
Sana may nakakonect yung battery nito. Wala, it's not connected. So
That's okay.
so that's an analog gauge how it was before.
Yeah.
Yun. So ganyan talaga ang mga gauges ng mga jet skis. Way back since late 97. Yamaha was the first one to introduce this one. Mga
Okay.
ganito. And then soon everyone transformed there. Dati yung may dial gauge pa. I remember the Sea-Doos before, they have the dial gauges pa. And then though the fuel has always been an analog, parang may floater siya doon, and yun na.
Yeah. So
Ganun na siya paddles.
so while racing jet skis, no? Like what is normally the top speed or the fastest speed of these kinds of jet skis?
Okay. The the fastest jet skis out there. Okay. The fastest jet skis are the one being used in drag racing in the States. Mostly sa States lang talaga nangyayari yun right now. The fastest that I know of right now is running 127 miles
Miles.
which is using very, very big turbos. May nitros pa siya, all out. Kasi mas mahal pa yung setup ng makina kesa sa buong jet ski nila.
Parang sa
And
bikes, I mean, if there was anyone so hardcore about having the fastest bike in the planet, then I'm sure they would do the same.
yes, they do. It's like and then we in close course naman. In what I don't do drag race actually. I do close course. The fastest on the average they are running around 87 to 92 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yun ang pinaka ginagamit sa close course. And some of those turbos, they change from supercharged engines, they convert it into turbocharged engines, and they go as high as 32 psi of boost,
Okay.
which is quite really high.
Yes.
On the stock ones, the stock engines, and medyo mild modification, the fastest they are running at around 85 miles top. Top. Yun
When you
gumagamit
say,
sa mga race fuel, ganun.
yeah, di ba when you say drag race, this is straight lang, all straight.
Straight lang sila.
So
the close
with
course,
your
meron mga buwi-buwi. May mga
parang ano
buwi-buwi
rin,
like a
just like,
motocross.
yeah, like in
Like a slalom.
motorcycle racing. May ano rin.
Yes, like in motorcycle racing, may slalom. May mga liku-liku siya talaga. Instead
But
of
you also have
using...
other competitors with you. You're not alone with that.
Ayun. Like a motocross na talaga. We're in a grid, isang mahaba lang kami. Usually it's a 20 rider grid. And then we all start motocross style. Tapos sabay-sabay ka,
And
going
if
to
you
head for
guys-
the first turn.
And if you guys bump each other, parang why?
Normal. Rubbing, like in motocross, rubbing is quite normal. Wag lang yung magtitibone ka. Yeah, medyo may ganyan. So motocross is normal. In the jet skis, obviously, you can't reach them elbow to elbow, but bumper to bumper, like dito, these bumpers.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Tama-tama lang tayo ganyan. Normally, that's you hit them there. Nagkakadikitan, rubbing. That's normal in racing.
Ganyan na
even
lang.
in jet skis. Yun. Yes.
Social
That's quite
distancing. Oh, yan.
Social
Bladers,
distancing.
yes, but when you join motorsports, matindi ang social distancing. Ayan.
Yes, of course. By the second pa, ang layo. Ang layo. How
diba?
many seconds distance apart?
Dapat ang motorsports, no? Whether it's motorcycle racing or jet ski, dapat ituloy itong mga
Motorcycle,
events
jet
na ganito
ski.
eh.
Kahit ituloy yung mga event na yan eh. Kasi, like in cars, mag-isa ka pa sa loob ng kotse. Di ba? Like in the
Yes.
car. Oo, mag-isa ka sa loob ng kotse.
Exactly.
But we have to follow the rules right now and for the better safety of everyone.
I know. Actually nga, I'd like to, ang dami, alam ko maraming pictures pinadala si BJ, but we haven't shown. I want to show kasi this technician na sa ating topic eh. No, because I want to show our bladers na ito si BJ, yan, tunay na, kaya nga tawag ko nga sa kanya Aquaman ng jet ski racing.
Grabe.
So, what do we have? Yeah. Go ahead and share all those pictures. Yan, see, that's with his, that's
this is one
your
of my
race
latest.
jet ski. No, yeah.
Yes, right
Alright.
now. It's this. This is my latest. It's a 2021 Yamaha na supercharged na ski. So this is what I use right now. I had it modified to stage 3 engine, which I made myself, which is part of the services but offer here in Networkx. And I changed the seat cover already. More grip. Like in motocross, we use better seat covers for more traction for the bike. And I changed the graphic also. It's like a wrap, which is like the in thing right now para hindi magasgasan. And if ever in the future I want to sell it out, I just remove the stickers and
it's back to its original colors,
back to
original
its
design.
original color. The stickers is even inside. The original stickers are inside also. So, pag tinignan ko siya, nandun yung original graphics niya. Something original and stock would look something like this, no? So, yun ang pinaka, medyo stock lang siya. So,
typical, just like cars and motorcycles, stock, they come in what, 2 colors, 3 colors,
Yes, yes.
So, ayan. So this is BJ competing?
Actually, this was, nasa lang kami, we were on a ride there in one of the coves here. and I was following one of the boat. Tapos meron ng pumitik lang this from their mobile phone. Tapos yun, I was like, oh, uy, nice, thank you.
Ganda, yeah. Although, look, Bladers, ito, hindi naka-knee down si BJ. Kasi,
Yes.
yeah.
Yan pa.
Okay, so, the jet ski
one of the
jumps.
things that most of people like, yes, is make the jet ski jump. And wave jumping is one of the fun things in riding jet skis. So, yun, in time, it would require you to have a proper lesson to do it also properly.
What if kaya, no, kung may back ride ka?
Kumapit lang siya.
Kapit lang, yeah. Parang bike nga.
Kapit lang. Parang bike. There you go.
Yun, no?
There.
Yan. So look at actually BJ's forma, or how if you see him how he rides a jet ski, parang nagmo-motocross lang eh.
Yeah, you're very very smart there, madam, on actually noticing the body posture on about the way I ride. This picture will tell you a lot about the most recommended and proper way of riding, which is if you could see there on my knees are bent and my elbows are bent also, which is very common for riders like you and I who has been into motocross and any other motorsport na ganito. It's very important not to lock your elbows and knees whenever you do jumps in activities like this, and even in motocross. Because your legs and arms basically acts like the shock absorbers when you absorb the impact once the jet ski or the motorcycle lands from a jump. And ito, mga riders nakakaalam nito. If you notice, my elbows is kinda raised up. So these are the basics of riding, which I tell and teach the newbies here entering the sport and learning. Kasi this is not just for looks, but this is basically for protection. Kasi for them not to injure themselves, even on bikes. And diba, in the bikes, pag naka-elbows down ka, ang nangyayari sa'yo, yung arm pump naman ng kalaban nyo.
Correct.
Kalaban ng mga riders. So, same thing goes to jet skis. That's why it's a crossover na to ng jet ski na nagmotor, kasi they have the same discipline. Even in especially in motocross also, you prefer having an elbows up na medyo lace or level with the bar.
Yeah.
Rather than slouching and slouching like this, like most people do. Preferably you have to raise it up a little like that, or a little bit elbows up, para hindi ka magkaroon ng pump.
However, BJ, the jet ski you're using, because you said there were two kinds of jet ski. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a sit down and a stand up.
Yes.
The one you're using for competition is sit down.
Yes, it's sit down ski. I enjoy it more, and I know that I'm more competitive there, and it's my specialty rather than riding a stand-up jet ski.
Oh, okay. So the stand-up jet skis are also for competition as well.
Yes, it's a huge one. It's a very good competition. It does require a lot of skills as well, and stamina.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. Kasi there's no place to sit down. So,
yes,
talagang
wala. There's no place to sit down. You have no seat. Need strong legs here. I can sit down here. Okay lang. Yun ang pinagkaiba namin about sa stand-up. Grabe yung stamina ng stand-up. I respect those racers racing stand-up kasi talaga hindi rin biro doon. It's a different it's a different expertise. I just my expertise is sit down, so kanya-kanya on that one.
So now, BJ, now that the pandemic, well, this is our second year of pandemic, of course. How has it affected you? Especially your business.
Well, it hurt us really, really bad. We were closed for March to November, which is like 7 months, 8.
Yeah.
And then we were finally allowed to operate, do water sports mga December na. And especially this is I can say we are very much affected by tourism.
Tourism, that's right.
maraming nasamaan na water sports operators like me, especially in Boracay and Cebu,
Yeah.
Puerto Galera, those
Yeah.
areas, maraming tinamaan. Sobra, they were really close. Even in Batangas, there's some operations there na talagang tinamaan talaga. And wala, ganun talaga. We have to bear with it.
But
So,
however, mga private, let's say those who have their own jet skis and ano, to are they allowed
actually,
to jet ski?
during the tighter days last year, marami rin bawal, hindi pa pwede. But when things got loosened up ng mga GCQ, yun na. The private, okay sila. Pero paano yung gusto mag-experience ng water sports? Yun yung
Yeah.
medyo nahirapan talaga. So,
Yeah.
private, okay sila. They're good. I believe during the MGCQ status, that's when they were able to ride.
That's
But
ano lang.
depends on the LGU eh. Depends on the certain LGU which allows you to do these certain activities. Kasi
Yeah.
common sense lang naman na explaining to them na mag-isa lang ako sa jet ski ko, which is mas masaya mag-isa in the water,
Yeah.
which is a very good seawater, which is very good for your respiratory. So it's based on the different LGU. But now, so far so good. I think na hindi naman, and the IAT ruling are more mas ano sila na intindihan naman yung mga exercises natin. No, though right now I heard and I found out that they're restricting yung mga outdoor sports again in the
Yeah.
ECQ area. So mahirap talaga. But we have to
And-
work together to heal and to be on a better situation in the near future.
Well, and at the same time, I hope this pandemic ends as soon as possible.
Yes,
Kasi nga,
grabe, because it's claimed a lot of lives already, which I'm sure some you and I know of too in our
Yes.
circle of motorsports. Marami na, and
exactly.
nakakalungkot. And parang it changed not just the lives of people, but on the business of the people also, and then also in the economy of the country. It
Exactly.
changed a lot. A lot of
And-
lives has been changed.
And it's such a sad reality na parang the Philippines has the longest lockdown comparing to
Yeah.
other countries.
Yeah, it's sad
I
to
don't
say.
know why Bladers, lahat tayo may mga questions na bakit ganon. Although sad to say wala tayong magagawa because yan ang
Wala tayong
gusto ng
magagawa.
gobyerno.
It's-
So ano na lang, since magaling naman ng mga Filipinos mag-discarte, then
And the good
tuloy
thing
lang,
about
tuloy natin ang
Filipinos,
laban, di ba? And magdiskartihan na lang tayo and tulong-tulungan tayo with the
yes.
situation right now. And BJ, nakakainis eh. Time flies when we're having a good time. But I hope I can still invite you in my future episodes.
I'd be more than happy to. Thank you very much for the offer, madam. I'd be more than happy to, and being stuck here in the office most of the time, and hindi ka naman makalabas na eh. Dito mas relax, mas safe ako dito sa sarili ko kasi
No, because
kami lang
and me
nandito.
naman, the reason, of course, like, I've been wanting you to be my guest because I want also people to know that motorcycle riders do have other talents as well or other, hindi lang riding eh. Kasi some people, nagmumotor, wala, hanggang motor lang alam nila or stuff like that. So I make it a point. I wanna show the public na, hoy, hindi lang hanggang motor tayo. We have other talents and skills. And ito na nga yun. So BJ, he's not just a motorcycle racer, but he's also an international jet ski racer. Champion pa. So, di ba?
Actually, that's one of the thing that I said to myself. I want to do something para hindi sasabihin ng tao, hanggang jet ski lang alam gawin niya ni BJ. Hanggang ganyan lang yan. So I want to do something more something that I like. I think this is the only sport that my hobbies are basically more onto motorsports talaga. So ito na ako masaya and entering a different discipline in superbikes. Masaya ako riding in the track. I feel safe riding on the track, a lot safer.
It is. It is.
In the street, even on SETEX, I don't know if it's. I know there's a lot of racetrack riders na medyo mabagal sa kalsada. And
Yes.
may ganun eh. And I can name a few about person on that. Ako, by myself, parang naninigas yung kamay ko sa throttle. And pagtingin ko sa speed, parang nagugulat ka na gano'n ang takbo mo na, uy, 150 na pala. And then all of a sudden, yung naninigas na yung ano mo. Pero sa racetrack, 150, exit speed lang namin yun sa sa last corner ng CIS.
Yes.
So,
yes, that's right.
Iba eh kasi doon kasi of course pag exit ko tingin ko nandoon na kagad sa sa straight. Dito sa kalsada parang hindi ano ba you have to be watchful ko. Baka biglang tatawid na manok dyan or may tatawid na kabayo.
Yeah.
Sa exit naabutan pa namin tumatakbong kalabaw eh.
Oh, yun ang masakit if you hit a carabao. It's like hitting a ball.
Yes, nakakita na ako noon. I think twice in SETEX.
Imagine
yes.
Carabao in SETEX.
Yes, nakakita na ako noon. Twice it happened to me. Napicturean yata ng kaibigan ko yun one time nung kasama ko siya sa car. Like, Kalabaw! Wow!
So funny. Grabe. Can you imagine? Kaya mga fellow riders natin, no? Kung si BJ nga makaka-encounter na nga ng Carabao sa expressway. What more pa yung mga fellow riders natin na riding in the city? Mas maraming obstacles you can encounter riding in the city. Yeah. And we cannot also tell anong mga nasa utak ng ibang motorista dyan, di ba? Yung mga nasa car or mga nasa nagmumotor rin. So, it's best na lang, maybe defensive driving na lang tayo.
I definitely agree.
And then, BJ, please tell our viewers, no, when time comes na pwede na ulit mag water sports, where can they find Networkx?
Oh yes, Networkx Jet Sports. We are here located in the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. We are along Waterfront Road beside the Jerry's Grill. There's only one Jerry's Grill in the base, and sana mag-loosen up na pero importante bumaba muna yung cases natin. Sana mabawasan yung COVID dito sa Pilipinas para makapag-enjoy tayo pare-pareho and magawa natin how we used to do it before. So I hope when all the restrictions were all lifted, I'm inviting everyone to visit our place here in Subic, Networkx Jet Sports. We have jet ski rental, of course. We have parasailing here. We have the flyboard, the Ironman thing in the water na umaangat sa tubig. We have that here. And we have banana boats, so typical water sports you can do. So, and I'm also proud to say that Subic Bay Freeport Zone has one of the cleanest and safest water for swimming. One of the beaches here has that accreditation also from tourism, which is by the name of All Hands Beach, one of the the cleanest water. They had it tested and everything. You can still see some fishes also swimming there. It's ganda, really nice. And I'm proud. Yeah. That's one thing that I'm proud with Subic Bay. I feel safer here.
And of course, if when time comes, tourists can come back also. I believe, BJ, you also have jet ski schooling. You also teach?
I do it to my very close friends, to my clients here who want. I don't really do it for a charge. Importante sa akin to be able to teach and educate riders and future riders who want to learn the sport, who want to engage in the sport. Even a normal recreational rider, I do my best to educate them. Kung gusto matuto, walang problema. I don't mind sharing information and tricks. Tayo naman, madam, sooner or later in the future, maybe a few decades or half a decade from now, mag-retire na rin tayo, and somebody has to learn and take the throne of being the flag bearer or so on. So hindi tayo madamot sa information. I'd be more than happy to teach anyone who wants to get into the sport, proper riding, and most importantly, properly maintaining their jet skis also, which is very important. Just like how to maintain your bike.
Yeah, and so bladers you can see in the background. the jet ski. BJ's in his office right now, and as he said earlier, he is located in the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Madali lang nga hanapin, Jerry's Grill, di ba? And of course, yung mga dyan naman
Madali lang.
when time comes ka, tapos na
Jerry's
yung
Grill lang. Waze
pandemic.
lang, Jerry's
And
Grill or Networkx.
yeah. And when time comes, okay na yung pandemic, no? Pag wala na yung pandemic, ako I suggest mag-overnight kayo or stay in a few days in the hotel in front of Networkx. Di ba? There's a...
Malapit lang po yan. It's like a walking distance. And this whole street actually where we are located is like the main tourist area for Subic kasi nandito lahat ng hilera ng mga hotels and this is called the Central Business District area. Most of the restaurants here, and even the Harbor Point Mall, the Ayala Mall is within like 3 streets away lang. So it's really nice. I hope sa mga hindi pa nakapunta ng Subic, you could enjoy, explore Subic. We have a lot more of fresh air here, and we have sea breeze also. So hope you guys can visit us here in Subic.
Yeah, I hope so. But ako, one of these days, bubulabugin ko na talaga si BJ. We're just like, well, yeah, a few kilometers away. And yet, we never see each other. Yun nga, funny
because of the pandemic kasi kailangan natin yun nga, bawal mo na invitation nga, bawal mo na, let's have dinner in the house, bawal mo na ngayon. So, bawal lahat eh.
I know, right? Grabe nga. But anyway, hopefully, BJ, I get to see you soon. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'm there.
Sarap.
Diba?
To see you, madam. It's been a
Sige. So BJ, eto na. And so eto na BJ, before we end the show, how about an inspirational message to our bladers, no? If ever they want to get into motorsport or water sport.
So for all the bladers watching out there, and one of the things that I could say is having a sport, like maybe a jet ski or super bike or the bikes or motocross, even car racing or whatever. If it's anything activity, it's still an activity which requires something physical and be more outdoor. Number one is you could meet more people, you could meet more friends, and secondly, it's definitely going to be beneficial for your body because one way or the other, you have to discipline yourself when it comes to health and your diet. If people, let's just make it easier this way, something for them to look after when they want to do an activity. I believe in every sport, in every activity, you have to be fit to do something. So a sport is equivalent to its health. And just like what the rules are saying right now, also you try 2 exercises to avoid the virus. At least 15 minutes a day lang. So it's very important. And for me, keeping me in shape, it starts from the discipline because of my sport. So try to get a sport. It will be helpful for you. Number one for your health, especially for this time of the pandemic.
Yeah, and actually the best thing here lang naman is to strengthen our immune system. If you have a strong immune system, you can beat actually the virus.
Yes, it's very important. Yun, sabi nga lang, I was reading this small information about the Delta virus earlier this morning. Just try to do a 15-minute exercise for a day. So, okay na. Diba? Na it's more than enough. More than enough para to keep you maintained and in shape. Diba?
Yeah. Yep. Yan. So, ayan, BJ, like I said, time flies when we're having a good time. And again, sana I can have you here again in my radio show. Kasi ang dami nating kwentuhan talaga. And,
I'll be more than happy, madam. After all these restrictions end, please, I'll be more than happy to be with you there in your studio.
And probably Bladers, when I have BJ Ang again back in my radio show, maybe he can show us naman mga people jet skiing in action. when
yes.
pag
I'll be more than
okay na
happy.
yun. Yeah. So
And
BJ,
sana, yes, ma'am.
yeah, no,
Sana
go ahead.
the show, if you would like to do an actual show here, I don't mind
Yeah.
having, so you could do an actual show here in our beach, and to see some of the riders also. You'll be surprised. The youngest that we've trained is so far at 15 years old. Some is
Okay.
even at 14 at na-compete na rin natin abroad. So
Oh, nice
I can
stuff.
say the Philippine team, the Philippines as a whole, has a big chance of performing properly when it comes to international competitions.
Actually nga any sport, whether it's motorsport and these sports, all kinds of sports, sana naman the Philippine government will support. That's
Yes,
all what
sana
we
naman.
need lang naman
We really
because
pray for that because
yeah,
The Filipinos has an innate talent. Maabilidad tayo mga Pilipino. We always
yes.
had the skills. Madalas lang tayo naiiwan sa technology, of course, but when it comes to skills, hindi
Mhm.
nagpapaiwan ng Pinoy. I always believe, as Filipinos, we have what it takes to exceed and to excel
Yes.
in not just in sports, diba? We can be at
Mm,
par with anyone in the world, given the
exactly.
opportunity and given the chance, and of course with the support as well.
Ayan. So yan, that is the inspirational message of BJ Ang. Ay, sayang. Bitin ng oras. Hindi pwedeng extend,
Yes.
no? Ayaw ni technician mag-extend. So anyway, BJ, I hope to see you soon. I'll try to pass by
Same
tomorrow when I
here.
go to Subic. And
Please.
of course, I wish like I said earlier, I wish the pandemic ends. And of course, ang Networkx Jet Sports. More power to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Love. Thank you very much, and more power to your program also. And thank you very much for viewing us and for your time watching us, Bladers. Madam Love, thank you so much. If ever you
Thank
need me
you
again,
also.
I'm just a call away.
Yeah, thank you very much, BJ. So ayan, Bladers, that's BJ Ang. As I said, ang tawag ko sa kanya, the Superman of the Superbike races and the Aquaman of jet ski races. Kasi nga, BJ is actually one of our international motorsport and water sport racers here in the Philippines. O nga pala, hindi lang basta racer, champion pa. Alright, so mabuhay again, Networkx Jet Sports in Subic Bay. Hopefully things go back to normal para ma-experience naman ng mga tourists, fellow bladers na mag-jet ski naman sa inyo. So there you go. And once again, everybody, I'd like to invite all of you to please subscribe to our social media channels. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Shopee, and Lazada. The keyword is Blade Auto Center. Okie dokie. So, of course, I'd like to invite everyone to tune in to Blade Radio live every Monday to Sunday. Every day yan, 7 times a week. We have Senpai Kazoo every Monday for Isang Pangarap. And with me, yours truly, every Tuesdays for Blade Mato. Mr. Right every Wednesday for Blade Stories. Ira Panganiban for Thursday with our Daily Drive. Bloody Boom naman is every Friday with Jack Logan and What's Up Bladers on Saturday with Rich Paredes. And last but not the least, Blade Stories Reloaded every Sunday with Mr. Right. Okay, so kita-kits pa rin tayo at the largest car accessory chain store in the Philippines. Wala nang iba yan kundi ang Blade Auto Center. Kaya remember, Bladers, if it's from Blade, it's better.
Blade Radio Live would like to thank the following sponsors: Dub Project, Hero Motorcycle Accessories, Micromagic Premium Car Care, Sparco Racing Accessories, Pioneer, Transcend, Bosch, Pertua, Type S. If you like the programs at Blade Radio, Please support our sponsors. And now, let's get back to our regular program.
Hey there guys, Saber here. Welcome back to Blade Radio. Here we're always pushing the pedal when it comes to bringing you the best mix of driving music and high quality, value for money car products and services.
You got Edge right here too, and you are absolutely right, Saber. It's all here under one roof. And what's more, our friendly and attentive staff is always on hand to give you expert advice on the latest car products available.
Of course, Blade offers top industry brands like Sparco, 3M, Dub, Meguiar's, Pioneer, Mothers, Garment, and many more, all of course at a very reasonable price.
We hope you enjoy your visit here at Blade Auto Center. Meanwhile, let's get right back to the music. Keep it here and always remember, if it's Blade, it's better.